that wasn't our plan wasn't
Yeah.
to call it a hiatus in lieu of wanting to call it a breakup. It was, was what it was. But I get it. I understand why people would interpret it the other way. Yeah.
It's because it's an aesthetically pleasing word. Hiatus.
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 Sounds very very Latin.
Yeah.
Fallout Boy!
In the first place, we didn't really mean to announce it or anything. It just kind of happened, I mean, somebody asked what we were up to, and it's like, oh, not much, and that turns into, they broke up, and we're like, no, we're on hiatus. They're on hiatus, they broke up, and so.
Hey, what's up? We're Fall Out Boy.
So we're all standing around this fire, throwing records out there and taking photos, and it was kind of this really surreal moment because it was like, this is our first public act as Fall Out Boy in 3 years. And
It felt semi-legal.
Hello fellow emos and welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be diving back into the post-hiatus Fall Out Boy iceberg. If you're not already subscribed, then please do hit the subscribe button. I post new videos weekly. And as always, MCR5 2024, it is so real, it is so happening. You just gotta keep the faith. Let's go. The calendar. The calendar refers to the Panic at the Disco song, The Calendar. Pete Wentz's writing credits on the track, and that's because the lyrics are inspired by one of his live journal entries. Put an X on the calendar, summer's on its deathbed. There's simply nothing worse than knowing how it ends. I use the term inspired very loosely because that wording is exactly what Pete wrote verbatim back in 2006. I have to say, those lyrics are great, and he did get writing credits, so okay. Kaleidoscope Eyes. Kaleidoscope Eyes refers to, once again, the Panic at the Disco song with the same name. The name once again comes from a 2006 Pete Wentz live journal entry. This time only the name is lifted. Anna. Anna refers to a Fall Out Boy fan who was able to meet them thanks to a charity, Given to Live. Given to Live was a live music project based in the UK that made going to live music possible for the vulnerable and excluded who would otherwise be unable to attend due to physical, mental, or emotional issues. Given to Live provided the funding for transport, tickets, and overnight accommodation, if necessary, for individuals and a companion, support worker, or carer. On their now offline website, Given to Live wrote this about Anna. When Anna's mum Debbie got in touch with us, it was because she knows that as a young carer, Anna has so much on her plate, and her mum wanted her to be front and centre with nothing to worry about other than enjoying herself, enjoying Fall Out Boy. Anna had known for a while we'd fixed her up to go to the show, but she had no idea she was going to meet the band. We met for the late pre-show lunch just by the arena in Birmingham. Mum, Dad Andrew, and also Katie, who's Anna's best friend, suitably fed, we headed to the arena, where we were going to pick up tickets because there'd been a mix-up. In fact, as Mum and Dad knew, we were going to pick up passes to meet the band. We met Justin, who talked us through how it would work, and the girls went into a state of shock. A state they recovered from in due course to attack social media to inform their friends they were going to meet Fall Out Boy. Going to meet Fall Out Boy. Holy moly, Anna was excited. And so were Andrew and Debbie. It's hard knowing when one of your children is a young carer that sometimes they just can't give her the attention she needs with everything going on. But this day was a day for Anna. All day. Mum and Dad were almost as excited as their daughter, seeing how thrilled she was. Given to Live. Given to Live refers to the charity which was mentioned in the above entry, and so I'm not going to be covering it again. Pete Wentz in School of Rock. Pete Wentz in School of Rock refers to, well, Pete Wentz being in School of Rock. Not the original and legendary film, of course, but the TV series, which, if I'm honest, I didn't know was a thing until I was researching this entry. He portrayed the character Colin Stubner, and it was only a minor role. Pete told Rolling Stone that he was attracted to the part because he likes the film and it's always fun to do something my kids can watch too. Joe Troman live singing. Joe Troman live singing refers to, well, Joe singing live. I'm not sure why this is so low down on the iceberg. I wish I could play you clips of his singing, but unfortunately Fall Out Boy have the tendency to claim everything. However, googling Joe singing will show you a bunch of great examples. The charisma of a Walgreens cashier. The charisma of a Walgreens cashier refers to an article published by NJ.com in 2017, which was reviewing one of their shows. The author wrote, "The rest of the band spent the 90-minute set robotically trotting down the stage runway that split the arena in two, strumming and drumming with minds elsewhere. Lead guitarist Truman possessed all the charisma of a Walgreens cashier, and the drummer Hurley only lit up when given a mid-set drum solo, taken on a floating B stage, which showcased sincere skill but also revealed just how wasted his ability is on most of the band's rhythmically simple hits." The article finished with, "But I've witnessed plenty of bands who don't appear comfortable in their own skin, and a decade from now or later, when Fall Out Boy is nominated for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, maybe this sounds crazy now, but it is coming. I remember them as the band who just couldn't relax." Despite the examples I just read, the article was clearly written by a fan, which is unfortunate, but do you think they were wrong for what they wrote? Machine Gun Kelly. Machine Gun Kelly refers to that alleged nonce who partly supported Fall Out Boy on their Mania tour for some reason. He was rightfully booed at many of the shows he played, and I'm just gonna end it there because I'm tired of the scene trying to make MGK a thing. Hiatus conspiracies. Hiatus conspiracy refers to all of the conspiracies that happened during Fall Out Boy's hiatus. I feel like the fandom was actually rather chill during the hiatus, at least it seemed that way to me. Most people seemed understanding that they were just burnt out and just needed a break, and that was it. There was no major drama behind the scenes, just friends that had worked too hard and for too long. Of course, some people were speculating that the band had a major falling out behind the scenes, but of course there was no evidence to back this up. Pete, when speaking about the hiatus, later told Kerrang that, "My biggest personal reason for taking a break is that I feel like my name has become a hindrance for the band. Patrick is a musical genius, and it's unfortunate that he gets reviewed based on whatever's going on in my personal life or how my hair looks. I think the world needs a little less Pete Wentz. A lot of people think Fall Out Boy is me, but it's the four of us. I want to effing vomit when I read intros that say, Pete Wentz, accidental internet poster boy. Makes me feel ugly." Pete also said that he was sick of seeing himself on the cover of magazines because he's now a celebrity rather than a musician. He said, "People who read the tabloids probably think all I do is visit Starbucks and hang out in nightclubs." NFTs. NFTs refers to the NFT that Fall Out Boy posted on their Twitter account in 2022. I'm going to put the tweet on screen, but I'll also describe it for the people who are only listening to this video. It is a standard band promo shot, but all of their faces have been made transparent. Their sunglasses, however, haven't. The caption reads, "We've been feeling invisible at Invisible Friends." The image is kind of goofy looking, to be honest, and it's giving, "I just discovered Photoshop, look what I can do." There was immediate pushback from the fandom. One, because they were promoting NFTs, which were and still are seen as a cash grab scummy move. And two, because the actual NFT was just goofy looking, but not in a fun way. I'm not sure if the NFT was sold, but I hope it wasn't. The band quickly moved on, and it seems like a mostly forgotten part of Fall Out Boy's history. But I just wanted to point out that Pete said in 2023, "We live in a world where it's NFTs and avatars, and my kids are constantly buying Fortnite skins. I get it. I've understood it. They've educated me. I'm downloaded on what this all is. But at the same time, I think there's something in Fall Out Boy's DNA of being a little too counterintuitive. I would rather do tangible things. I want this record to feel like it's something you could touch, you could go inside." That's just a little hypocritical, if you ask me. Patrick Stump in Dead End Paranormal Park. Patrick Stump in Dead End Paranormal Park refers to, you guessed it, the fact that Patrick Stump was in Dead End Paranormal Park. IMDb describes the show as being about two teens and a talking pug team up to battle demons at a haunted theme park, and maybe even save the world from a supernatural apocalypse. What's cool about this is that Patrick isn't just in the show as a voice actor, but he also created music for it. If you want to watch the show, then you can catch it on Netflix. Patrick Stump in Star vs. the Forces of Evil. Patrick Stump in the Star vs. the Forces of Evil refers to, any guesses? It is of course the fact that Patrick was in Star vs. the Forces of Evil. Star vs. the Forces of Evil is an animated TV show which aired on Disney. Patrick voiced Rube Riot in the show. When talking about the show, Patrick said, Rue Bright is an artist. He takes what he does very seriously. He wants to write songs for the princess, and he's really nervous about that. I think he's a bit starstruck by her. When talking about the voice acting work he had done, Patrick said, I like voiceover because it's like being a singer. I like getting to use my voice as a different instrument, as something other than a purely musical one. Even the singing as Rue Bright, I'm not singing as me. I'm singing in character in reaction to stuff. It's a very different experience than just singing to perform a song. It's really surprisingly natural in terms of there's a microphone, there's a studio. It's really not very different from recording a pop record. Patrick Stump in Gnome Alone. Patrick Stump in Gnome Alone refers to the fact that Patrick was in the cinematic masterpiece Gnome Alone. Becky G, Josh Peck, and Tara Strong also starred in the movie. IMDb lists this as the description. When Chloe discovers that her new home's garden gnomes are not what they seem, she must decide between the pursuit of a desired high school life and taking up the fight against the Trogs. Patrick played Alpha, Bravo, and Charlie, who are 3 gnomes that befriend Chloe and Liam, the main characters. Patrick also did the music for this film. However, unfortunately it only has a 45% on Rotten Tomatoes, which, I mean, it's not great. Have you seen this film though? Let me know if you have and what you thought about it. Patrick Stump in the Lego Batman movie. Patrick Stump in the Lego Batman movie refers to the fact that Patrick was in the Lego Batman movie, obviously. When I say he was in it though, I mean that he did a song for the soundtrack called Who's the Batman? If you haven't listened to the song, then you should, because it is so different for Patrick, but in a great way. It shows what a talented musician he is, and I love how he's not afraid to be silly. And that's probably where I'm going to end the video for now. Thank you for making it this far. If you have any requests for topics you'd like me to cover, different icebergs, then let me know in the comments down below. Once again, thank you for watching the entire video, and I'll see you next week. Bye!